Hello, and welcome to a special virtual concert celebrating the 55th anniversary of the Princeton Folk Music Society. This special presentation will feature musical performances by Beppe Gambetta, Tony Trischka, Joe Jencks, and Mara Levine with Gathering Time. I'm P. Kernast, Princeton Folk Music Society board member and your host for this special occasion. Before we begin, some background. The story begins in the 1960s, a unique period of social and cultural awakening marked by an explosion of new musical ideas and discovery. Folk music in particular saw a golden age in which the old and the new, the traditional and the contemporary, took on a reinvented identity all its own. So it was, a group of Princeton area residents with a love for listening to, performing, and singing folk music would regularly congregate as a communal gathering to share their passion. In 1965, a more formal organization, the Princeton Folk Music Society, was born, led by the late Yvonne Aronson. Soon the Society would begin hosting concerts featuring renowned performers of the day: Doc Watson, the Muddy Waters Blues Band, Gene Ritchie, and many more. With concerts becoming monthly events, soon a newsletter was published to help promote the Society's burgeoning activities. Continuing to this day, and celebrating 55 years strong, the Princeton Folk Music Society looks to the future with new and bold ideas to engage another generation of folk music fans. Please enjoy our 55th anniversary virtual concert and consider making a donation to help support these talented artists who willingly gave their time to make this presentation possible. Thank you to all our members and many folk music fans for your continuing support. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member today, and be sure to visit the various Princeton Folk Music Society social media websites. Now, for our concert presentation. Mara Levine is a wonderful singer and a great song interpreter. Gathering Time is a splendid trio with impressive vocal harmonies. Today, for our special anniversary concert, we have them performing together for a joyous celebration.
Hi, I'm Mara Levine, a folk singer from Edison, New Jersey.
And hi from Gathering Time, a folk rock harmony trio from Long Island, New York. We are honored to participate in the 55th anniversary concert of the Princeton Folk Music Society. Princeton Folk has been presenting high-quality folk music for many years, almost 56 now, and providing wonderful cultural enrichment. In addition to its regular concerts of touring folk musicians, it sponsors informal participatory sings, house concerts featuring emerging artists, publishes a newsletter, and maintains involvement in other community events.
Personally, I remember attending concerts with my parents through the years, as a child, teenager, and in my 20s, watching favorite artists such as Priscilla Herdman, Bill Staines, Elaine Silver, Cindy Manxon, the work of the Weavers, Bachmuir Trickett, Michael Smith, and others who inspired me to sing folk music and also to work with a number of duos and other ensembles. It's a thrill to be included among those greats in partnership with Gathering Time, one of the best folk harmony trios currently on the scene. We hope you enjoy our set, and we look forward to being with you live when it's safe. And the first song we're going to do for you is Arlen Bennett's Be the Change. So appropriate now with all the things that are going on politically in our world. Stepped on a bus like any one of us after a hard working day. She walked halfway back to a seat marked for blacks and took her place. She was someone who really understood how a law could be a crime. When she wouldn't give her seat to a white man on his feet, yes, it was time to be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change. Many years before, another place, another war, in the struggle to be free, a wise barefoot man had his own plan to fight the enemy. He said it makes no sense to use violence as a means to an end, and we must rise above what they would do to us, or we become like them. So be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change. It's the pull of a lever. It's the sound of your voice. It's now or never. It's a choice to be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change, be the change, be the change. Thank you so much. It's really great to be together here with Gathering Time, the first time in 14 months that we are actually together in one place, socially distant in Jerry's backyard with a beautiful breeze blowing and the sun is shining. And the next song we're going to do for you is a very important song, I think one of the best songs written about the Holocaust. It's called By My Silence. It's written by Ellen Buxtel and Nick Annis. And the story is based on the Reverend Martin Niemöller, who was a Protestant minister in the time of Nazi Germany. He tried to counsel Hitler. That didn't work, and he wound up in a concentration camp. And Stuart, you want to tell the rest of that story?
Well, he spent about 8 years in various concentration camps, and when he was finally liberated, he was asked how did he, a full-blooded German, a Protestant minister, end up in a concentration camp, and he spoke the words that have become so famous. First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a communist.
And I think most of you recognize that. So what Ellen did was take the premise of that story and write a song from the perspective of the regretful silent bystander. It's called By My Silence. I'm not a communist, so when they came for the communists, I held my tongue, minded my own business like a good neighbor. I trusted that justice was done. I didn't ask what was their crime, it was their sadness, wasn't mine. I didn't care where they were sent. By my silence I gave my consent. By my silence I gave my consent. I am not Jewish, and so when they came for the Jews, I had nothing to say. Branded with stars like cattle in boxcars, and then taken away. I didn't ask what was their crime, it was their sadness, wasn't mine. I didn't care where they were sent. By my silence I gave my consent. By my silence I gave my consent. I didn't care when they came for the Unionists, came for the Socialists, took the powerless. I'm not a terrorist, I'm not an immigrant, I'm native born, faithfully ignorant. I didn't care what was their crime, till their sorrow turned into mine. Their sorrow turned into mine. I was okay, I was a citizen, and I was free. I didn't care, now there's nobody there, no one to speak out for me. At the time I believed it never would happen to me. I didn't know what it meant for my silence to be my consent. For my silence to be my consent. By my silence, give my consent. Thank you so much. And that was By My Silence by Ellen Buxtel and Nick Annis. And back in 2017, just after the events of Charlottesville, Stuart approached me about putting out a double single together, and you can talk a little bit about what we did.
What they used to call a two-sided single. That's a 45 with good songs on both sides. Well, what was happening at the time kind of inspired me to write a song. I was invited to take part in a contest to write the protest anthem of the New Age. It didn't win, but we released it as a song. The two songs, that one and this one coming up, and the one we just did, came out number 1 and number 4 on the folk radio chart. I started thinking back about the times that America has stood up on the side of good and right, and thought about, well, maybe we need to get our act together now to do it again. So this is a song called Too Far to Turn Back Now, and if you find yourself singing along with Mara and Hillary and Jerry, well, good, that's what it's intended for. 1, 2, 3. At the wilderness, General Grant he cried, and all the gallant men who died, and he cast his eyes at 1,000 graves in the great war to free the slaves. But he rose and made a vow, we've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. After the Ardennes, Eisenhower paused, and all the sacrifice it caused. 90,000 men, 500,000 more, to end a genocidal war. But his task was planning how we've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. In every age there's a fight for freedom and for right, as people down in Birmingham and Washington, and the places' rights were slowly won. Martin Luther King, so many others killed, to see the dream of America fulfilled. And songs of hope they did end out. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. Each time again we see that freedom isn't free and must defend zealously human rights and liberty. Now we watch with dread where we thought it dead, as thoughtless hatred rears its head, as the good book warns in words so sage, each generation, every age, we must renew our sacred vow. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. Won't turn back now. We've come too far to turn back now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you to Princeton and Folk Music Society for having us, and happy 55th anniversary.
From us too. Everyone have a great evening.
So be the change you want to see around you. Be the right in a world of wrong. Be the one to make a difference. Be the change, be the change.
Give a warm round of applause for Mara Levine and for Gathering Time. To learn about the performers and hear more of their music, please visit their social media sites. Joe Jencks is a vivid songwriter with a social conscience. His songs always engage you on many levels, and his baritone voice is one you instantly fall in love with. Joe has performed in Princeton numerous times over the years, and it's a great pleasure to have him with us today.
Hi, this is Joe Jencks, and I'm so glad to be here with you today to help celebrate the 55th anniversary of the Princeton Folk Music Society. For coming up on 6 decades, the Princeton folk music community have been supporting artists like myself from all around the United States and North America and all around the world. It's an extraordinary organization, and the community that it blossomed into is something I'm pretty sure nobody could have imagined at the start. But from hootenannies and song circles and hosting performances on into what the Princeton Folk Music Society has been over the last 55 plus years, it's been an extraordinary epicenter of community. It's been a place where people come together, where people find common ground, and where they share both joy and sorrow in community through the music that they love. It's really been my honor over the years to come through Princeton and perform for the Folk Music Society, and I look forward, when it's safe, to doing so again. In the meantime, we get to celebrate this amazing community and its longevity and its future. This is a song I wrote in the morning that Pete Seeger passed away, and it feels like a great place to start. Let me sing you a song. Asked me here to tell you about my neighbors and my friends, to talk about the who and what, the where and how and when. But I won't give you anything you don't already know. But if you'd like, I'll sing that list of songs before I go. Let me sing you a song about the people that I love, the poets and philosophers, the workers and the wanderers, the ones who walk the picket lines, who dare to stand and fight, and the ones who hold their babies close and rock them through the night. Well, you say it's un-American to do the things I do. Well, I sing for justice, liberty, and civil rights, it's true. Well, I say it's un-American to ask me how I vote, how I pray, or what I believe, but here's a song I wrote. Let me sing you a song about the people that I love, the poets and philosophers, the workers and the wanderers, the ones who walk the picket lines, who dare to stand and fight, and the ones who hold their babies close and rock them through the night. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. If you want to send me to prison, I guess that's the way it'll be, 'cause I won't give you fodder for your paranoid machine. If the price of my silence is shackles, well then fellas, take me away, for I will live to sing again and rise with a brand new day. Let me sing you a song about the people that I love, the poets and philosophers, the workers and the wanderers, the ones who walk the picket lines, who dare to stand and fight, and the ones who hold their babies close and rock them through the night. La da 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 da, this is the easy part, sing along. La da 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 da, la da 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 la da da da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 la da 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 da. Let me sing you a song about the people that I love, the poets and philosophers, the workers and the wanderers, the ones who walk the picket lines, who dare to stand and fight, and the ones who hold their babies close and rock them through the night. Yes, the ones who hold their babies close and rock them through the night. Yeah, music is such a great center point of community. It is the thing that brings us together and helps us not only transcend, but understand our differences. You know, people want to say, oh, well, deep inside, we're all the same. And that's so not true. We are, in fact, each of us unique. Each of us come from a different culture. We each have our own experience within that culture. And yes, it can be said that there are many things that tie us to each other and that we have in common as human beings. But to just dismiss it and say, well, oh, deep inside we're all the same, sometimes maybe isn't the right way to go. But it is through those cultural differences and a celebration of those differences that folk music itself arises, that world music arises. And Princeton Folk Music Society has been celebrating through music that diversity for a really long time. So I'm going to play a song for you now that I wrote while I was on tour in Ireland. I'm a dual U.S. Irish citizen, and this is a part of my cultural heritage that I carry forward with me in new songs that I write, as well as traditional songs. This is called The Coming of the Years. And interestingly enough, it talks about a time, we don't know when, but a time when we'll all be together in some unknown future, and it just feels appropriate in this moment. The Coming of the Years. When I first came here to wander these mountains, my heart was tattered and torn. Ever the rover and all the world over, no land ever felt like a home. But here in the crags and the bogs and the valleys, I found some measure of ease, where the song of the wind is as sweet to behold as the beautiful rose of Tralee. And it's high up and over the mountains of Kerry that I love so dear. I don't know when I will see you again in the coming of the years. Now I have been blessed to live a good life. I can count my friends by the score, and I have shared meals and moments of kindness. God willing, I'll know many more. But when the burden I've chosen to shoulder is more than I can stand, I find that my thoughts wander back up to Kerry, that rugged and beautiful land. And it's high up and over the mountains of Kerry that I love so dear. I don't know when I will see you again in the coming of the years. When I have traveled all of my journeys and sung all of my songs, when I have given the best that I have and righted most of my wrongs, then take me back to the place that I love. Let me gaze out over the sea. Take me back to the mountains of Kerry and let my spirit run free. And it's high up and over the mountains of Kerry that I love so dear. I don't know when I will see you again in the coming of the years. And it's high up and over the mountains of Kerry that I love so dear. I don't know when I will see you again in the coming of the years. I don't know when, but I'll see you again in the coming of the years. I don't know when, but I'll see you again in the coming of the years. And we will see each other again soon. But I'm going to play one more song for you before I go. It's been a pleasure to be here with you today and to help celebrate the 55th anniversary of the Princeton Folk Music Society. And no celebration of the Folk Music Society would be complete without a shout out to all of the volunteers over all of those 55 plus years that have made it possible. the folk music community revolves on volunteerism. And I just want to say thank you to all of you whose names are known, whose names are forgotten. You have contributed something beautiful to the world and to the lives of so many people and working musicians. And there's a lot of gratitude in my heart for you, and I know that gratitude is shared by many, many people. I'm going to wrap up with a song that I wrote just at the beginning of the pandemic, but it still feels somehow appropriate. It's called Love Will Guide My Way. And indeed, love will guide our way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. The sun goes down, the sun comes up, the earth goes round, and I fill my cup with the goodness all around me. I know love will guide my way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. The money comes and the money goes, I count my blessings, count my woes, but the kindness all around me grows, love will guide my way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. Through broken hearts and broken bones, by internet or mobile phones, through gentle or impassioned tones, love will guide my way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. Through times of fear and sadness, through times of joy and gladness, through apocalyptic madness, I know love will guide my way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. So put your hands up to the rafters, sing and shout with laughter. If it's hope you're after, I know love will guide the way. I will greet the morning, I will greet the day, I will greet the evening, love will guide my way. We will greet the morning, we will greet the day, we will greet the evening, love will guide the way. We will greet the evening, love will guide the way. Through whatever else may happen, I know love will guide the way. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks to the Princeton Folk Music Society for 55 amazing years. Let's go at least another 55. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Joe, for a great performance. If you would like to learn more about Joe and his music, please visit his social media sites. We hope you are enjoying this special 55th Anniversary Princeton Folk Music Society virtual concert. For 55 years, the Society has been entirely volunteer-run. Volunteers book the artist for concerts, they prepare and send out publicity, and they write the newsletter. On concert nights, volunteers set up the room, take tickets, seat people, provide refreshments, run the sound system, clean up afterwards, and house the performers. Volunteers also host sings at their homes, where members informally gather to play music. And we have an all-volunteer board of directors who are dedicated to keep the organization running. Please consider becoming a member and a volunteer to help steer the Princeton Folk Music Society into the future. Now, back to the music. Tony Trischka is a renowned banjo virtuoso who some consider the father of modern bluegrass music. Listening to Tony play stirs many emotions, but one always gets the sense of being in the presence of a true master. Please welcome our good friend, Tony Trischka.
Hey folks, this is Tony Trischka, and I want you all to support the Princeton Folk Music Society. It's just such a great organization. I've played for them on a couple of occasions and had a great time, and I hope they'll have many, many successful future years to come, but please make that possible. And I'm going to play a few tunes right now on the banjo, actually on two different banjos, and this first one is a tune I wrote a bunch of years ago. It doesn't have a name yet, and it's got kind of a bluegrass flavor, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, I'm going to switch out banjos right now and get to this low tune banjo, which is tuned to a C chord. And I'm going to do a tune that I wrote a year ago, Mother's Day, a year ago in 2020, and I'm going to call it Mother's Day 2020. All right, there's Mother's Day 2020. Well, I might not even be playing the banjo if it weren't for Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger is still one of my major heroes to this day and an inspiration always. And most people think about Pete when he played the banjo as strumming, which is a wonderful art to that. And he was a wonderful strummer, and he did something called the basic strum, which is a slightly different thing. But he was a wonderful technical player as well, and people don't realize that. He put out an album in 1955 called The Goofing Off Suite, and he did a piece by Bach, as they say, one by Beethoven, some old-time tunes, and he did Irving Berlin's Blue Skies. And when I first heard this tune, I just almost fell over. I couldn't believe that Pete knew how to do that kind of thing, because I never heard him do that. And I was fortunate enough to shared the bill with him when he was 90 years old some years ago. And after the show, I said, "Pete, do you still play that Blue Skies?" And he said, "Well, I don't know, Tony. I only play 10 banjo tunes anymore," which I could hardly believe, but that's what he said. And he said, "But I think I could play it." And he played it so amazingly at the age of 90. So hopefully I will do this justice. This is as close as I could get it to the way Pete played it in 1955. Thank you, folks. Please support the Princeton Folk Music Society. We'll see you later. Take care.
Many thanks to the wonderful Tony Trischka. For more information about Tony, visit his social media sites. Our final performer, Beppe Gambetta, is one of the finest flat-picking guitarists around. Beppe has been a Princeton Folk Music Society favorite for many years for his guitar mastery and exuberant upbeat performance style. Though Beppe resides half the year in the U.S. in New Jersey, today we get a special performance from his native homeland, Genoa, Italy.
Ciao, dear friends of the Princeton Folk Music Society. I'm here in Italy, stuck since 1 year, but happy to be in contact with you. I have a special relationship of love with the Princeton Folk Music Society because I started to play there, I guess, around at least 25 years ago. And so I would like to send you all my support from far away. I chose to come here in an ancient building. Here is an old church that is sort of 700 years old, and here we have Sant Ambrose. I don't know if he's exactly the patron of the flat pickers, but I can imagine that he would have loved flat picking. So I wish you the best. I know that the folk club will go through a new age, and everything here in the world needs to restart. And I send you all my best wishes to have a beautiful rebirth and continue your fantastic activity. And I play some music for you, and I start with a tune that is called, of course, Fighting While We Can. So now I would like to sing for you in Genovese, the ancient language of my home town, and actually is a song about the tormented history of this city of Genova, with sailors, emigrations, fascism, disasters, and many things that happened to the city, but all this trouble in contrast with the beauty that continue to call you back. And it starts with Nonna Jo. Nonna Jo was my grandma, and she was really a strong woman. She was abandoned by the husband who left for Argentina, and she was alone with her kids. And when some man was telling her something bad because she was alone, she was beating him really strong. She was legendary. So viva la Nonna Jo, and we do this trip in the history. This is called Dove tia o vento, where the wind blows. Nonna Jo lassù la cui se figgi, maio le partiu senza tornare, barba langin o le pescou da scuggi, o mingo le nasciu per navigare, Cilin le emigrou 2 anni prima, o veiva na bittega d'armacin. Ma se le pigiò non l'han ci visto, a cascia le torna coi vestiti buin, e ho figlio che diceano che pensa a se una cosa di che vuoi tornare, non so ti me lasciò le mente a scar, ma un male torna grosso e leggo all'intradretto, non vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento. L'Ivan scurrì, a guerra le affinia, ma l'erba gramma cresce in tutti i canti, a nasce in tiffiagni, in scellerse, allena marottia, e son tornè dell'uggiù e anche in tanti. Anche o ballilla le tornò le mortusueno, gantiò con l'Iva in mani in estintu. Emo mai capì se le serviu, e come l'erba gramma tornasce, e ho figlio che diceano che pensa a se le cose di che vuoi tornare, non so ti me lasciò l'immente a scar, ma un male torna grosso all'intradretto, lo vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento. Anche non se parlemoci tra i gotti, non se respiaci ferro né carbon, ma pa che stassi te vegnasi a tocchi, e non che manco ci a rivoluzione. Resta bellezza, che te cura ancora a prova, a te pigia un giorno te fai a tornare. bellezza che ti vegna ancunci bella, bellezza non pedate da mangia, e ho figlio che dicevano che pensa, ma se una cosa ti che vuoi tornare, lo so ti me lasciò limenta scala, ma un male torna grosso e l'egua l'intra dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi il vento, ma l'egua non perdona e un male torna dentro, non vancio a bocca quando vedi al vento. And I would like to sing a song in English that I wrote is about all the great wise old men of the music that I got to meet. I got to meet many of them, so I had to choose only 3 for the 3 verses of the song. The first is the great Pete Seeger, the man who was able to stop wars with his banjo. And the second is the great Fabrizio De André, our Italian main poet and songwriter. If you never heard him, you should check him. And the third wise old man is Doc Watson, of course, the father of flat-picking music, the man who influenced so many people all over the world. Wise old man, you were tired when I met you. You were timeless, but you were feeling your age. Your voice was hoarse, but it still held a story. And your banjo still commanded every stage. The tale that you told me got me thinking that the story holds more power than a gun. Is much more powerful than money. When our voices sing together, we are one. Wise old man, I think you are immortal. The body dies, the lyric carries on, reminding me whatever I may write of. You must speak out for dispossessed and wrong. You left early, but I think that you are here. Your presence makes me feel a bit less fear. When we sing your words, we give back what you gave, like flowers gently placed upon the grave. Wise old man, I could read your hands like braille, Every callus, every wrinkle told a tale. Your eyes were blind, but you still had an ear. Hearing was your seeing, you heard it all so clear. A sound from a distant place and time, wafting up from some lost valley through the pines. We played melodies and ran through the night, and watched the couple dance until daylight. There is a tune that I composed that I really care to perform in this period, because it is a really slow lament that is dedicated to all the people that are suffering, that suffered, and especially the people that lost someone in their family in this pandemic period. So to all of them, I am sending this composition, Lament. Okay, it was great to spend a little time with you with music here from the Loggia di San Sebastiano in the little town of Ovada, Italy. We wish you all the best, and we hope that the Princeton Folk Music Society will start again the activity in the best of the way. We send you a fantastic hug from me and from my wife Federica, and hope to see you in person really soon. Ciao.
Our heartfelt thanks to Beppe Gambetta. You can hear more of Beppe's music and learn more about him by visiting his social media sites. Thank you for watching this Princeton Folk Music Society 55th Anniversary Virtual Concert. Our sincere gratitude to the performers, Mara Levine, Gathering Time, Joe Jencks, Tony Trischka, and Beppe Gambetta for making this anniversary celebration possible. Please consider making a donation as a gesture of support for the performers presented here today and for the Princeton Folk Music Society. You can use the link provided below. All donations will be shared by our featured performers and with the Folk Music Society. Special thanks and acknowledgement to Douglas Roth for the amazing artwork and graphics used in this video, and to John Fisher for his superb technical work in putting this presentation together. Thanks to the Princeton Folk Music Society volunteers, and to you, the members and folk music fans that support our organization. Please visit our social media sites listed below for the information on Princeton Folk Music Society news and events, and how to become a member and volunteer.